and good morning. It's Friday. Happy days. Weekend upon us. And in this episode today of my vlog, I'm going to talk about how I got into BMX riding. Well, you see, it was 1992. I was at secondary school and I tried lots of different things. The normal things, team sports, football, cricket, various stuff like that. Nothing ever really stuck, to be honest. But I had a BMX, which I used to ride to school on. And one of my good friends at school, a guy who I was friends with from the age of something crazy like 4 or 5, a DJ, who later became a professional commentator in the BMX scene. You may know that guy or have heard of him. He said to me, "Hey, do you want to come down to the skate park? You know, you got a BMX, let's go," sort of thing. And I was kind of like, "Yeah, all right, let's see what it's all about." So off to the skate park we went one evening, and I was there for just a few minutes, and somebody come out of the jump bowl, one of the concrete bowls at the legendary Southsea skate park, sent a 360. To me, it looked like the most amazing thing I'd ever seen in my life. I was like, wow, I want to be able to do that. I need to learn this. And that was it. The seed was sown. And, you know, from that day on, I practically lived in the skate park. I came straight home from school every day, got changed, rode to Southsea, rode the session, rode home, and repeat. And, you know, over time, I got half decent at it. Managed to perform in Vert at the World Championships in Dallas, and, you know, lots of competitions in Cologne and Berlin, various places. So BMX took me all over the world. And I used to ride a lot of demos, I'd do a lot of shows, and I got to the age of about 32, and I was suddenly realising that, number one, I wanted to be with my family more, so I didn't want to travel quite as much, and it was getting harder and harder in BMX at that time in my life. I'd had a lot of serious injuries, and to be honest, I was fed up with head injuries, and I kind of figured I needed to think about my future, and what I didn't need was any more head injuries. So I decided to stop riding BMX on a professional level at that point. And that is where the next stage of my life started. So that was the point where I was spending quite a bit of time with Mark Webb. I mean, he was like at the kind of early days of his career. And I was at the end of my career, but we travelled a lot together because, you know, we were going to the same competitions. We became very good friends, and a crazy idea. I just kind of came out of it one time. We was in a bar in Montpellier at Fils. I was just like, we kind of talked about various things, and maybe start some kind of a brand. And I remember Mike Laird saying, "Hey, you know, like, you're taking care of this guy, and, you know." I was helping Mark a lot financially to get to competitions and out of my own pocket a lot of the time. So yeah, Mike Laird was like, "Oh, maybe you should start a glove company or something like that, something that could help support you guys and get you to these events." So that was something that was thrown about a bit. And then, like I say, I was in this club at Fils. I was probably had a few beers, and I just said to Mark, "Hey, I'm going to start up a BMX company." And he just kind of gave me a funny look. And it's like, "Can we do that? Can you do that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, why not? Of course we can." And that was it. Obviously, I woke up the next day and thought, how do you do this? You know, I had no idea where to start. What we did know was what we wanted from a sponsor, from a bike company, if it were us. And so the first thing was to try and build a BMX brand that took care of the riders first and profit second. Now, that's not easy, because without profit, there is no company, obviously. But we always leaned towards the riders, and as long as everybody was getting something out of it and getting to travel around to the events without being out of pocket, that was the first goal, really. Not really to make any money specifically. It was just to fund our lifestyle in wanting to be at all the BMX events we could get to. So that's how it started. Obviously, it snowballed from there and became pretty massive. It was just a natural thing. It was just like timing, uh, right place, right time. The right riders kind of appeared at the right time, and we just had this incredible crop of amazing guys. Like amazing bike riders, but also really cool dudes. Obviously people like Alex Colborne, Mark himself, Todd Mine, Kyle Baldock, Kevin Perazza, Daniel Sandoval, Ricky Moser. I mean, the list goes on. Chance, Brzezinski from Australia. Like, there were so many dudes that just, Andrew Ahamada. I'm trying not to leave anyone out here. And there were so many dudes. Wait 1 minute, because I've got a team photo on the wall. So if I turn now and have a sly look, I can make sure I don't forget anyone. And I did. Jack Watts, who's still with us now after he took some time out, but he's back. So amazing times when we were going to competitions, and like everyone was just absolutely murdering it, but everyone was really young and everyone wanted to be the best they could be. Everyone wanted to turn up and just make a name for themselves. And I mean, my job as a team manager, obviously a company owner, but team management was a big part of the job, still is. And but it was easy with a group of lads like that. It was not difficult. Like they just did it. You didn't have to ask anyone to create something for you to post on social media. It was just like natural. That's what they were doing day in, day out. And it was unbelievable actually, and how it got from that idea that night in a bar in Montpellier to being, at one point the most popular like frame company in the world in BMX freestyle. Quite unreal, really. And still can't believe it sometimes now, because that kid who started BMXing when he was like 15, I think I was 14, 15. Somebody said then, in 16, 17 years time you're going to start a BMX company up, and it's going to become global, and you're going to see, you're going to turn up to random skate parks and see kids who you don't know riding your products. That seems pretty a crazy idea, but it happened, and that just shows you never really know like where life is going to go. You just don't. And great things can always happen. So no matter where you are right now, the future we don't know, and who knows what great things are going to happen for you. And I'm hoping more great things will happen for me too, because we're looking forward, right? We're not looking that way. There's nothing back there apart from the good memories. Leave all the trauma behind. Leave all the pain behind. We're looking forward though. The future's bright. Great things are going to happen for all of us because we are positive. We're going to do the right things, and we're going to be our own best friends, right? Anyway, so that's how it started. Had a good couple of weeks later. We've taken on a few new riders. Luis Reyes from Colombia. Kid's unbelievable. You've probably seen on the at Total BMX Instagram. I mean, we've put a couple of videos up already, and he's currently working on a welcome edit, and that kid is amazing. And of course, Casey Taylor out of the United States, unbelievable rider. I've been watching him for a long, long time. I've been chatting with him for quite a while about having him on board on the team. Now he's on. Unfortunately, he's injured his knee, but he's getting that fixed right now, and I know it won't be long before he's back killing it again. So, but yeah, it's great to see two new guys on the team, because at the minute, BMX is struggling a bit, like a lot of industries, because the economy is just difficult, right? Difficult for everybody. The rising inflation, the costs of living, the costs of your gas, your heating, your electricity, diesel and fuel for cars, food. I mean, it doesn't end. It's all gone up apart from people's wages, right? I don't want to get too political, but I mean, in the UK, our government sucks, and they're not taking care of the people. They just take care of themselves. They're all just power hungry. They're all selfish. They've all got their own personal agendas, and they're just all trying to get richer and gain more position. They're not really working for their people. They're not. They're not. Supporting their people and representing their people against these big energy companies and who are making like billions of profit more than normal. Like, why is the price so high? Anyway, let's move on from that shit. That's bullshit, right? Anyway, it's Friday, right? One of the best days ever. I mean, in theory, if you're getting your life right, it doesn't matter what day of the week it is, whether it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, whatever. They should all be great. You should enjoy them all, because whatever you're doing in your day in, day out, whether it's education or a job, you should be making sure that you're doing something that you enjoy doing. I know that's not easy, and we can't always have that, but if you're currently not in that situation, you should be trying to get yourself in that situation. So if you're doing something right now that is making you unhappy, you should be looking to try and change that. It may be that you need to do some kind of extra work on a personal level. So take some kind of course in something that you'd rather be doing for a job or whatever. Educate yourself, give yourself the tools and the ability to make your life better, because you are the only person who really is going to help you. And that's something that we all have to realise in the world. Other people can support you, but you're the only person who can really help you and save you. So, yeah, get your shit together. Make it happen. Make it happen. Hard work pays off. And you can see that in all parts of life. Whether it's riding BMX, starting your own business, educating yourself, working on a home of yours to improve it, or whether it's just being a good parent and working hard and being present, being the best you can for the people around you. Less selfishness, man. Less selfishness. Anyway, I'm going to end this video for today. This has been Friday's video. Have a fantastic weekend, and I will be posting another video next week. And in that video, I will be announcing the winner of the frame giveaway from the video I did before. All right? Anyway, big up the Daniel Durs and his Action Sports Complex. I will say no now. If you don't know Daniel Durs personally, he's an absolute awesome dude. He's one of the best guys in BMX, I promise you. Absolute legend. Got a lot of time for him and a lot of respect. I mean, and look how amazing he's still riding. He turned 38 last week, I think, and he got the silver medal in the last Olympics, right? And he was 36 at the time. Didn't have anywhere near as much support as the other international riders from the United States, Great Britain and Australia, but with barely any personal support, off his own back, went out there, 36 years old, come home with a silver medal. I mean, unbelievable, right? He didn't have like a a replica of the Olympic course to practice his lines on, as far as I know anyway. So that is amazing. And that's like the real test of an elite athlete, which he is. Signing out with that. Make sure you go and follow me on Instagram at Ronnie Remo. Follow Total BMX at Total BMX on Instagram. Is there anything else I can add to this video? Only that. Get yourself on the totalbmx.com website. Got some amazing deals on frames for colours that are going to be removed from the range, because you've got some new colours coming very, very soon. Peace out. See you later. Have a top weekend.